All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience for Saturday, October 22nd. We got an 8 game slate. We're going to start with DraftKings. We're going to start with point guard Luka Magic 10-7. You're going to want to play him or Morant because what you're looking for a tight game, close game, hopefully a overtime game where these guys, you know, pretty much do what Ja did tonight. 49 real life points, 70 fantasy points on DraftKings or FanDuel, whatever it is. That these are the type of games you're looking for when you want to play the big stars. So Luca or Ja has entered the Luca realm as far as fantasy production. Um, I begged you guys to play him last night. Hopefully, you guys followed my callings, heard my screams. Luca is in play, Ja's in play, SGA is in play at 9,500. Does a little bit of everything. Damian Mitchell 9,200. No, he's gonna have no Garland with him. He's in play. I like SGA a little bit better. I like Fox slightly better because Cleveland has a little bit more weapons than Sacramento, and I think Sacramento will be more dependent on Fox than Cleveland will be to Mitchell. But they grade out pretty much the same. I just personally give Fox a slight edge. Um, True Holiday, good good matchup. 8,600. I don't think I'll be using $8,600 on Drew Holiday on this slate. No Van Fleet for me. Not a bad play, not a good play. Halliburton too cheap, underpriced. You saw what happened to Halliburton tonight with his head coach. He lost a lot of minutes for no reason. He still ended up putting up over 50 fantasy points in his limited amount of time. Um, I don't know what Rick Carlisle was thinking. He should have been fired on the spot, but that's none of my business. Um, I'm going to be playing Halliburton. I played Halliburton every slate. I'm going to be playing him again today because he's until they start pricing him where he needs to be. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be playing him every slate. Josh Giddey 7,900. I don't think to win this slate. Sorry, buddy. Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham is very frustrating because he can't shoot. Does everything else well. His fantasy potential is limitless, but he just can't hit his shots. But he's still in play. Kevin Porter too cheap 7,200. Kevin Porter is somewhat of a lot to be honest with you. $7,200 too cheap. Too cheap. Scotty Barnes, a lot of a lot of Indians in the teepee or whatever it is they call it. Too many chiefs in the room. I don't know what you call it, but there's a lot of firepower. Well, there's a lot of guys on Toronto that does a lot of the same things, and we don't know whose night is going to be when. So for that reason, I'm gonna lay off of Scotty Barnes at $6,700 on this slate. Heroes in play. Suggs is an okay play, not for me. Cole Anthony is never an okay play. Reggie Jackson should be a decent play if he starts with no Wall and no Kawhi. The Sumno is in play. No Dinwiddie for me. I'm indifferent to Smart. If he was my last man in, I wouldn't cry. Lowry is washed. Brogdon, $5,100 off the bench. I guess I'm not gonna jump up and down for him, but not the worst play in the world. The rest of these guys down here, I'm not interested in. Not interested in one guy down here. So basically, what I'm gonna do until we get more information on these 4K players, until we know who we could trust and who's gonna have a rotation we could trust that's gonna provide valuable fantasy points for us at their 4K prices. What I do is cut off I'll cut off my point guard at maybe Brogdon. So what that means is that I'm not playing anyone at point guard under Brogdon. No one under 5,100. So that's my rule, and I'm gonna be very strict on it because what I don't want to do is play a 4K guy that gives me 12 fantasy points, and then my night is over early, and then I'm curled up in bed watching Dateline NBC. That's not gonna happen to me. You understand what I'm saying? Let's go to shooting guard. Um, Paul George, no Kawhi, no Wall in play. We spoke about Mitchell. Jalen Brown's in play. Halliburton, we spoke about that. He's a lock for me. Jaden Ivey, a little bit too pricey for me. When his price drops a little bit, then we'll talk. Desmond Bain is priced a little bit high for me, but he's in play. Tyler Hero's in play. Jalen Green's in play. Matherin should be in play, but listen, his head coach smokes crack in the middle of the game, and I don't know what he's going to do. Put an asterisk next to Matherin, and let's see if we get any news about Indiana later on, because I don't know what was happening in that game. Um, um, I'm trying to figure out if those are fireworks or gunshots. I don't know if you can hear it. Probably gunshots, but whatever. All right, where are we? Levert. Levert's in play. No Garland. No Trent for me. Um, no Terrence Ross for me. I don't think I've played Terrence Ross since like 2017. Kevin Herter on Sacramento. Kevin Herter on Sacramento. Mm, 29 minutes. Well, he hit 8 shots, 8 out of 12 shots. He hit six threes, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. You know he ain't doing that again. I won't fade Herter, but I'm not looking to get to Herter right now. Let's see. Anybody at shooting guard? No, even Duarte was benched today. Indiana was just a whole mess today. I don't see anybody down here that I want to play. I'm looking, I'm trying. Oh, Concher. Concher is absolutely in play at $4,500. I know that Aldama hit value today. I'm not sure what Conchar did. There was a lot going on, but Concher is in play absolutely. Um, yeah, I'm not coming. I'm not. I'm not coming down here for anything right now. When someone is not playing, when someone is not starting, and then one of these guys want a spot start for these guys, then we talk about these guys. Right now, I'm not playing anyone under. I'm not playing anyone under Conchar. $4,500 Conchar. That's where the buck stops for me. Conchar is not his numbers aren't fluky. This is what he does. This is the first game. Um, he was 4 for 11, still put up 35 fantasy points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Conchar was doing this like last year also when he got minutes. So y'all can sleep on Conchar if you want, but um, and I'm pretty sure he's been in the optimal multiple times besides the one the other day. I think he was in the optimal the other day with Aldama. Let's go to small forward. Tatum, $9,700, too cheap. DeRozan, $9,600, appropriate. Where are we? Buddy Hield, 63. I don't think so. Too pricey. OG is in play if you want to dabble with Toronto. Wagner is in play. Porter, I guess if there's no Murray, you could play him. Right now, the Denver game is still going on, so I guess you know rewatch. Watch that Denver game against Golden State. See how he looks without Jamal Murray. Then make your decision from there. You know, if there's a player that I really want to play, then I'll just watch video. That's what I'll do to kind of talk myself into playing them. Um, Lou Dort, I don't need. City Bay, I don't need. He had a decent game tonight, I believe. I still don't need him. Um, you know what? These Sacramento guys, even though I said Herder's not going to have a game like this again, they are. Oh, this is the Clippers. I thought this was the Lakers. If this was the Lakers, then I'd say all the Sacramento guys are in play because we're still targeting the Lakers this season. Don't forget that. Um, Barnes is in play. Barnes is in play. Herter is in play. I wouldn't even really mind a mini stat. Fox, Barnes, Fox, Herter, Fox a bonus. I won't mind. You want to do three guys? I guess I've at it. I guess. Norman Powell stands out to me. $4,800. No Kawhi, no Wall. Norman Powell's looking mighty spicy. Hope he starts. Grayson Allen, he's okay. Um, no Patrick Williams for me. Luke Kennard, I guess if he started at 4,300. I don't think there's anyone down here right now. So let's just go to power forward. Giannis is way too cheap. Lock him in. Giannis is way too cheap. Lock him in. Giannis, Giannis will have 40 fantasy points by half. Lock him in. There's no one that's going to be able to stop Giannis. Who's going to stop Giannis? Bruno Fernando. All right. Butler's in play. Banchero's a little bit too cheap. Also, Banchero's in play. Christian Wood's in play. Surprisingly, off the bench. Aaron Gordon is in play, but I wouldn't really. Aaron Gordon is in play, but he wouldn't be in one of my first couple lineups because you never know who's gonna go off on that team. Jabari Smith is in play. Mobley looks great, 6,200. Even though he didn't have his first game, he didn't have great fantasy points. That's fine. That's what you're looking for. Because you know what, Vassell shit the bed. His first game, I played him tonight, and he went off from jump. So you want to play players that have bad games because everybody's gonna jump off, and if you stay on and they get their at right that next game, you're sitting pretty by yourself. That's what happened with Vassell today. I went right back to Vassell and Keldon Johnson, and they hit value. Portis is in play. No Horford for me until I see that he's not washed. No, no Bogdanovich for me. 5,400. All he does, he's score independent. No Bogdanovich for me. Oversetsky, I think I like SGA, and that's it. Um, I'm not playing Povasevsky. We play Povasevsky when there's no SGA. 8 game slate. There's a lot of studs. There's really no reason for me to play people that you got to really like. Hope to God that they have to do extra stuff. I mean, I like to play players that are gonna hit value with them doing what they do every game. All they gotta do is hit their shots. But Povasevsky, he got to do a lot to get hit value with SGA on the floor. Aldama, they didn't learn their lessons first 2 games. Lock in Aldama, thank me later. Um, no Kevin Love for me. No Finney Smith. Marcus Morris. I don't need Marcus Morris. Max Stress is in play. I want to play Brandon Clark, but it's not happening with Aldama. A baby for me. Obamba needs to ask for a trade. Covington, I prefer him to start, but whatever. Isaiah Jackson. If Isaiah Jackson starts for Jalen Smith, then realistically, that's the correct play. But once again, we do not know what Rick Carlisle is doing, so no. Put an asterisk next to Isaiah Jackson, and you know, maybe try to find some information from the Indiana Pacers beat writers to see what the hell is going on in Indiana. But that was a weird ass game for me. So I don't know. Um, who else? Who else? No one. Let's go up. Not like I said. I'm making a balanced lineup. That way I don't have to go under Anybody? Well, it said that Jalen Smith is already out, so I guess Isaiah Jackson. I guess Isaiah Jackson for president. Um, um, I don't know. That it's pretty early. I don't know if that could change Jalen Smith injury status, but it says he's out for now. It's right now. It's 11:49 p.m. East Coast time. So I don't know if he'll get upgraded. If he's out. He was in the game, out the game, in the game, got hit in his mouth. So just pay attention to news. Isaiah Jackson starting at center at 4K is the value that you'll need. Center, Jokic 10-8, underpriced against OKC. You'll want to know if um, you'll want to know if Murray's going to be playing or not. If Murray is playing, Jokic is an okay play. If there's no Murray, Jokic is a better play. Um, I don't think I need Sabonis, while he's playing like shit, even though it's only one game. Um, I'd rather play Vooch. I'd rather play Siakam right now. Um, Look, Sabonis is in play. He just wouldn't be in one of my first couple lineups until I see what's going on with him. Actually, let's just see something real quick. Yeah, 10 shots ain't gonna cut it. I don't give a shit about what else he did. You can't be 9K taking 10 shots. So when I know he wants to take more shots and be aggressive, then I'll play his ass for $8,800. He must be out of his goddamn mind. Think I'm paying $8,800 for him? He's taking 10 shots a game. There's guys that come off the bench and take more shots. Siakam's in play, Vooch is in play, Christian Wood's in play, Jared Allen's in play, Bam is in play, Wendell Carter is in play, but it looked like Banchero's taking his shine. So be careful of Wendell Carter. Zubac is in play, Portis is in play, Sengun, I want to say, is in play. Brook Lopez had a good first game, but you know that doesn't mean anything. Jalen Duren off the bench for Detroit has been playing well. Keep your eye on him. $5,100. Not the worst play in the world. I don't like his minutes, but he's been producing. No DeAndre Jordan. None of that. None of that. Nope. Bruno Fernando. First game, 32 fantasy points. Second game, 14 fantasy points. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Um, yeah. So my cutoff for center will be Jalen Duren. Okay. Let's get 5 guys for DraftKings and let's get out of here. Um, some know who was it that I like. I like Hero. Oh, Kevin Porter. So Kevin Porter's too cheap. I want to go back to Halliburton. I do. Halliburton's 8K. I want to play Mathering too, but I don't think that's gonna happen. We're gonna go to Levert. We're gonna go to Levert. I think no Norman Powell, 4,800. We're going to Norman Powell with no Kawhi. Power forward. We're going to Mobley 6,200. I like Banchero 7,600. Let's go to Banchero. And at center, um, boom. Um, right now, let's just go to, wait, hold on. Zubac, Mobley. All right. Let's go to Aldama because he's too cheap. He's still underpriced. He gives you fantasy points on the offensive side and the defensive side, and you want to ride him until DraftKings does their job and price him up. He's just way underpriced. Paying down for Aldama at $5,100, that leaves you a lot of money on the table to get whoever you want your last three spots. So you got Kevin Porter, who's underpriced to me, Halliburton, underpriced to me, Norman Powell, going to be playing without John Wall and Kawhi, Banchero. His price is going to be going up sooner rather than later. So you want to be early rather than late. And then you have Aldama. So that's going to be my five guys from DraftKings. Um, they just stand out to me. You ain't got to like them. You ain't got to agree, but they're a little bit underpriced for me. The thing is, I like grabbing underpriced players. Because if I grab underpriced players, there's more money left over to get good players. I will, if I make multiple lineups, especially for DraftKings, I will have lineups with Luca, Ja, SGA, of course. As the day goes on and we get more value, like if we get Isaiah Jackson confirmed, then that lineup with Isaiah Jackson will have probably Ja Morant or Luca in it to balance it out. I don't want to be playing 4K players for no reason, and then they ruin my ticket. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna pick up five guys for FanDuel, and we're gonna get out of here. Don't want to make this video too long. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Definitely helps the channel. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, one more thing. And if you're playing NBA and you're struggling, because these coaches are dicks, um, what you can do is check out my Patreon, which is linked in the description. Basically, what happens is I'll send you my lineups. I'll make you your own lineups, and you could put them into your contest. Right before a lot, and I do all the work, do all the research, watch all the games. All you got to do is just plug in the lineups that I send you. Um, yeah, that's about it. So if you're interested in that, you DM me on Twitter or go straight to the Patreon. Link in the description. All right, FanDuel here. Not gonna